MLS Cup. What does anybody in Columbus get excited about the Trillium Cup?
The Trillium Cup in Columbus.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Columbus.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been 8 or 9 years. I mean, I would say I don't remember the cup. I'll tell you that much. All I know is Cascadia Cup, so that's the one that's most important to me.
I guess Colorado coming up. I mean, you guys had a tough time in Commerce City earlier. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's the best team in the league right now, so it's a challenge for us. It's also an opportunity. It's a Western Conference foe. Now we know, what they're going to bring. They're going to bring power, good finishing. It's a fluid team, and they're playing extremely confident. So we've got to be on our A game this week at home. We got to play till 90 plus. Offsides or not, we got to keep playing, and we got to bang away a few goals and get back on track and get back to 500.
Are the Rapids taking over Pablo's identity?
Yeah, I think now he's been able to bring in the guys that he really wants in there. He wants that hard-working, strong mental players, guys who can withstand pressure. Just playing against Pablo, it was do or die, every single ball, every single pass, and he was one of the toughest players to play against as a midfielder. That when you came into a game on the weekend, it was like, I got to play against this guy today, and he's one of those guys. So that trickles down into his team, and they're feeding off of that right now. Just a confident team, very good team, and we got to be ready for everything they throw at us.
You guys got to be somewhat confident because you're going to be at home.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I think always at home we feel confident. Playing in front of our fans and coming off of a tough road trip once again. We realize that points are becoming even more and more valuable at home, and we've got to get those and put them in our back pocket now because they're going to be significant tests coming up on the road. And right now we got to pick up points where we can.
There are obviously numerous factors, but for you, what's the toughest single thing about playing on the road? Why do you think it's such a factor in this league?
Yeah, I don't know. I think for the first 2 or 3 years we had the best road record of any team in MLS, maybe even 4 years. So I don't know. Somehow we were grinding out wins. We were scoring in the 91st, 92nd minute. Remember a game at Kansas City, going to Columbus and blowing them out. Significant wins early on, and now it's tough. It's tough to pick up wins on the road. If you want to be a championship team, I said it last week, you got to pick up points on the road. So I think the most difficult part, it depends on where you're traveling. But also in saying that, if you travel close to Portland or Vancouver, it's a rivalry game, so it doesn't make it any easier. And then sometimes, we're going to have to fly to Orlando, a 6-hour flight, and we're going to have to, put in work down there in the heat. So we could go on and on about why it's difficult, but at the end of the day, we got to give ourselves a good chance, and we just haven't done that so far. So we got to get back to basics. That streak of not winning on the road will break at some point, and you hope that it's, we got 2 opportunities in the next 3 games to do that.
That tough loss in Dallas, what exactly went wrong, do you think, or where did the game get out of hand?
Yeah, I think early on we have a chance early in the game to make it 1-0, and we don't bury it, and they come right down and get a penalty kick, and that's deflating on the road. But I thought the guys responded well. It was as good of a time to face Dallas as any, coming off of their midweek game, but they were playing confident, they were playing fluid. We push, and then eventually they break free in the 80th when we're pushing up high and sending guys forward. So a game of cat and mouse, when they sit 10 guys behind the ball is difficult, and we got to rely on quality service from the flanks. And it just didn't happen. But still saying that, we had Jordan's header, a good cross. We got Jovin's one-on-one, Herc's one-on-one. So we had opportunities. I think we'd be deflated, demoralized if we didn't create anything down there and came out with a loss. So certain times like that, you've got to take some positives, and those are one, 2, 3 examples.
You know this team better than anybody. Coming into the game, moving Jordan out wide, he's been really comfortable as a 9. Do you think that kind of...
Yeah, different tactics were on the road this week, so we played a little bit different, moved some guys around, and weren't as fluid as a home game, but then we're also playing at home, so that's I don't know. That's a tough question. I've got to do what I'm told on the field, and we've got to, we went through the week. We worked on patterns and the way that we were going to play in Dallas, and unfortunately didn't create too much in the second half. But circumstances that they are, we also didn't expect to go down from a penalty kick and for them to sit 10 guys behind the ball after that. So in saying that, it's we've got to be tactically aware on the field to adjust to anything, and maybe we didn't do that as well as we should have. So hopefully a bit more fluid this weekend at home.